Hello everybody, welcome to Literary Criticism. This is a new section that we are going to start, and Literary Criticism is the course ENG4B06 for BA English. This particular section is a comprehensive spectrum of literary criticism of the West and East, a survey of key movements, writers and concepts. And this book introduces or seeks to introduce the students to the history and principles of literary criticism. So today we are going to start with Module 1. Module 1 is Classical Literary Criticism. We have the likes of Plato, Aristotle, Horace and Longinus. We will begin with the classical age and a short description about the classical age. The classical period of ancient Greece was a time when the Greeks achieved new heights in arts, architecture, theatre and philosophy. When we talk about the accomplishments of the Greeks in the classical period, we are really talking about that city, the great city called Athens. The Athens was actually the metropolis of Athens actually started prospering or became highly wealthy after the defeat of the Persians in 479 BC. And it is said that Athens had close to 200 warships. So you can imagine how strong that city of Athens was. Now this was also the period of Pericles, Pericles, close to 445 to 429 BC. Now Pericles was a Greek statesman of Athens and also supposed to be a general during its golden age. Now he came from a famous family, and his father was a hero of certain battles, and his uncle was Cleithenes, Cleitthenes. Cleithenes was supposed to be the father of democracy. So naturally Pericles was a believer in democracy, and he also funded the plays of Aeschylus, Aeschylus. Now there was even I'll just show you certain pictures of this. This is Pericles, 445 to 429 BC, and this is the amphitheater which Pericles funded. The amphitheater is designed so that even people at the top rows can hear the performance. So the actors would perform in the center, way down, but even then the people at the top would be able to hear it. The actors used masks to show emotions, and there were two types of plays that were generally staged: tragedies and comedies. Women also could attend plays, but they could not be actors. Pericles planned the rebuilding of the destroyed Acropolis. This is the Acropolis of the modern times. Here there is also a statue of Athena sculpted in ivory and gold on the Acropolis. There's also another temple called the Parthenon, which housed the Athena statue. Now, this was built to replace the temple destroyed by the Persians. So the Persians destroyed the temple, but Pericles planned to rebuild the destroyed Acropolis. And also in terms of democracy, Pericles made lots of changes in the Athenian democracy. The public positions usually were filled by the rich people, because there was no pay for government jobs, there was no salary. So since the poor could not afford to stop working for a long period of time, they could not serve in these jobs. The poor naturally had to live. So because of that, they could not take up these government jobs, because there was no salary, there was no pay. So Pericles wanted to make sure that all citizens had a chance to fill government jobs, and so what he did was these jobs were made paying positions. That is, he gave a sort of salary for this, so that even the poor could serve in the Athenian government. And the same way, Pericles also granted free admission to the poor who could not afford to go to the theatre, and these seats were paid for by the government. So Pericles made a lot of changes to the Athenian democracy, and Pericles also was a founder of a law that said that a man's mother and father, a man's mother and father had to be Athenian for him to be a citizen of Athens. So to be a citizen of Athens, you had to be the father and mother also had to be a Athenian. So that's another part, and this period was also the age of Aeschylus, Sophocles, Euripides, Aristophanes, Plato, and Aristotle. When you look into the text on page 11, see that text also reads as the intellectual activity which produced the earliest major text in Western literary criticism was centered in Athens. So Athens was the metropolis for this. And what close to the center, what is relevant to us here is the recalling of great events of the political and socio-cultural past is the rich literary inheritance in which Plato's contemporaries received from the literary geniuses of Greece, including Homer, Sophocles, Aeschylus, Herodotus, and they also mention certain philosophers like Aeschylus, Sophocles, Euripides. Euripides actually wrote the tragic masterpieces that would stir the European imagination for a long time. So we will look into Euripides also, or when you go for MA, he wrote tragic masterpieces, and Aristophanes also established a form of comedy that would determine the structure of Western theatrical norms. So these are things that we will be looking into, and the next section will be on Plato. So please do subscribe to the channel. Please do your support, your subscription, your likes, your sharing of this information to others, and your comments are very important. Whatever you feel, ഇതിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രയാസം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ if you feel that additional things need to be explained, we'll try to get some experts also to explain more about this. But anything you have to please comment, and your comments are very important, your likes are important, and also please do subscribe. Please do share this with all your friends. Thank you very much and have a great day. Bye.